Hey guys, so I shared this reel recently and got some questions, so I thought to come on here and bring you guys some clarity, so let's get into it. Toxins fall under two different categories. We have water-soluble toxins and fat-soluble toxins. Water-soluble toxins can be detoxed by the body a lot easier because they're easily dissolved in water, also known as hydrophilic. Fat-soluble toxins, on the other hand, are not easily detoxed by the body because they're lipophilic or fat-loving, okay? They bioaccumulate in our fat cells. And we have fat everywhere. We have fat in our nervous system. We have fat in all our endocrine organs and glands, okay? The endocrine system runs off of cholesterol. We have fat in our reproductive system. So because of this, it makes it a lot more challenging to detox. Now, when it comes to vitamins and antioxidants, they too fall under the same two categories, water-soluble versus fat-soluble. Water-soluble meaning that these vitamins can be flushed out by the body a lot easier versus the fat-soluble that will bioaccumulate in the tissues. And this is one of the main reasons that I am not a fan of synthetic vitamin A or synthetic fat-soluble vitamins in general. Now I want your attention for this next part. Naturally, the toxins, especially the fat-soluble toxins that have bioaccumulated in the organs and glands and in our body tissues, of course, and the quality and source of the vitamins and antioxidants that we consume will affect the quality of the hormones that the body produces. And so let me expound. Let's say you're the type of person that loves to spray endocrine disrupting chemicals on your thyroid and parathyroid via perfume, cologne, or body splash. You don't think, guys, that these fat-loving lipophilic toxins that are in the perfumes are not going to affect the function of your thyroid and parathyroid glands and the quality of the hormones that the thyroid and parathyroid produces. Of course, guys, naturally, logically, of course. Just look at society nowadays. How many people do you know suffer from thyroid disorders, whether it's hyper or hypo or Hashimoto's? When we're living in a time that we have more fat-soluble toxins than ever, more endocrine disrupting toxins than ever. The answer is, of course, and this same concept will apply to all the other organs and glands that we have in our body, from the reproductive organs that we have to even digestively speaking, our liver and pancreas gland. So the answer is, of course. Now let's go and touch on what this means, the quality and source of the vitamins and antioxidants that the body consumes will affect the quality of the hormones that the body produces. So not only do fat-soluble toxins affect the quality of the hormones that the body produces, but the types of vitamins and antioxidants and their sources will affect the quality of the hormones your body produces too. Come over to the two types of hormones here. They fall under the same two categories of water-soluble versus fat-soluble. Let's hone in on this section here, shall we? Because the nutrients that are listed here are the requirements for the production of these fat-soluble hormones that are extremely important for our health, especially pregnenolone. What is pregnenolone? That master hormone that is extremely important for all the other hormones and their production throughout the body. Well, what is the requirement of these fat-soluble hormones? And the answer is cholesterol, fatty acids. But what is cholesterol, guys? Cholesterol is fat that comes from animals, not from plants, from animals. What is plant fat called? They're called sterols. Now I want to point something out. Do you see anything here regarding sterols and their importance in the production of fat-soluble hormones? You don't. That's because it's not a requirement. You can go your whole life, guys, without eating and consuming any sort of plant fat, and you'll be okay. But will you be okay? And will you still produce healthy, fat-soluble hormones? Will you produce enough pregnenolone or cortisol or D3 if you do not consume cholesterol? And the answer is no. No. We need cholesterol. We do not need sterols. This is our genetic makeup. This is how we were made. This is not a choice of whether we feel like it or not. Now that we know the vital importance that cholesterol offers the human body in order to produce healthy fat-soluble hormones, guys, let's look at the ideal sources of cholesterol, shall we? Well, if it's going to be ideal, it's going to be unadulterated, it's going to be undenatured, it's going to be raw. It's going to be raw meat, guys. It's going to be raw dairy. That's right. I know a lot of you have been told by certain organizations that have authority over the population that you're going to get sick having these foods in your diet. But if that were the case, then why is sushi legal? Why are people consuming raw fish, but not raw meat and not raw dairy? Does that make sense? It doesn't. It's propaganda and it's a false narrative. But why is raw better? Well, I just explained that it's unadulterated, untouched. So that means all the nutrients are perfectly intact, just smiling at you, ready to work in your favor. It's a concert of nutrients. And if you fry it, boil it, pasteurize it in any way, you're getting rid of groups of nutrients that are absolutely necessary for proper absorption and utilization by your body to produce healthy hormones. That cholesterol, if it's cooked, it's oxidized. There's a reason why people start thriving when they start consuming raw cholesterol. Now that we've looked at the nutritional requirements that the body needs in order to produce fat-soluble hormones, guys, let's look at the nutritional requirements that the body needs in order to produce healthy water-soluble hormones, like a lot of those thyroid hormones, glucagon and insulin from the pancreas gland, luteinizing hormone, that are all super important. What are those nutritional requirements you may see? It's protein, it's amino acids, and it is peptides. So where can we find these amino acids and peptides that are going to help the production of healthy levels of water-soluble hormones? And so the only two places that we can source these nutrients from, guys, are either from plants or animals, and they're not comparable to each other, unfortunately. The reason for that is because animal protein is superior. It offers superior nutrition to plant-based protein and all plant products, actually. The reason for that is because it has a rich array of not only amino acids, but of fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins and antioxidants. It is a complete protein, and it also provides all essential amino acids, plus it doesn't provide anti-nutrients that will bind to your iron, calcium, zinc, and magnesium. Plant protein, on the other hand, guys, is not rich in the same amount and levels of amino acids that animal protein provides, and that's pretty big, which means that it does not contain all essential amino acids, and that also means that you're going to have a huge variety every single day of a bunch of different plant-based products in order to meet your bare minimum needs. It also contains anti-nutrients, which I just talked about, which is going to be binding to your very important minerals like zinc and calcium and magnesium and iron. But it doesn't provide the same amount of vitamins and antioxidants either. It doesn't provide some of those really important B vitamins, and that's why vegans get those B vitamin shots. But not only that, guys, guess what? We don't produce cellulase to break down plant fiber, which makes you wonder if we were meant to source the amino acids and the peptides from plants that are absolutely needed and required to produce healthy levels of water-soluble hormones. If we're not even producing cellulase, guys, which is the enzyme that breaks down plant fiber. You know what we are producing though? Every type of enzyme required to break down all kinds of animal-based foods. We produce proteases, amylase, lipase. So for everyone out there who is having issues with their hormones, whether it be from their reproductive system, digestive system, endocrine system, it could be the thyroid, it could be the pancreas, it could be those A glands back there. Ask yourself, are you consuming the nutrients required? Okay, it's not optional, required to produce the hormones that you're having issues with, whether they're fat soluble or whether they're water soluble. Are you consuming enough animal-based protein? Are you consuming enough cholesterol and in their optimal states? Because if you're not, then you're doing yourself a disservice and you're not supporting the systems of the body that you're having issues with. Like I said, guys, knowing all of this information can help simplify why so many people are having hormonal imbalances, whether it's related to your thyroid, your reproductive health, your endocrine health, and even your digestive health. Knowing that toxins that are bioaccumulated can affect your hormones can allow you to make better decisions for yourself. Knowing that the types and sources of the vitamins and antioxidants that you consume affect the quality and production of your hormones can help you make better decisions for yourself. Knowing that the nutritional needs required to produce fat-soluble and water-soluble hormones can allow you to make better decisions for your health.